I stay myself, I never change, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty soul to treat me like a stain, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah, yeah, yeah. Roll it from the cradle to the grave, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Newton's Panthers going up against Dak Prescott's Cowboys.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. To throw is Prescott. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
A first down carry by Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Second down, Prescott. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. Now Elliott. And he will take it in. score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
This is Stewart again. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Trying to find Bruce, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now Stewart on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Shift together here from the D-line. Draw play, Newton to Stewart. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Whoosh. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Pushes him over. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Again, it's Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, Elliott. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Des Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Third and long, it's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles Johnson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to air one out. Trying to find Bruce, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Wake up.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. Second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Now Newton on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. To throw on second down is Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Slot man moves right. Throwing on third down, Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, at least they won't take a goose egg into intermission as they do carve out 3 points here in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Yeah, it hasn't really been the greatest of first halves. They've looked out of sync, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But a field goal here at least gives them some momentum as we tick down toward halftime.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 10th carry now for Elliott. He juked him, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And now a first down following that long gain. Here's Elliott, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. On play action, Prescott. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. It fights him off. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
20, 20. Set, 20. Do something. 36. Okay.
On first down, it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
From the red zone now, Newton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, they run with Stewart. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They go to Elliott again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Going deep here for Bryant. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Newton on 1st down. Caught left side by Funchess. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Looks to be right around the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st down, Newton. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Demarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. It'll be a turnover on downs. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second down following the run. Play fake. Here's Prescott going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. Oh, he shifts past him. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. A Carolina first, Newton to Benjamin. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On 1st and 10, Newton. Finding some room at midfield. And he slides to avoid the hit. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 27-13. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself,
and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. From the gun, here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
But the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Throwing here, Prescott. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Cowboys, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.